Morning, everybody. Morning. Is there anybody out there? Morning, everybody. Morning. That's better. I know it's early. I'm thankful I haven't got the first spot this morning, so I've had a good warm-up act on. If you haven't seen it, you've missed out. So now you're stuck with me. So first of all, welcome to the race course today. My name's Paul, and I'm from a company called Pulse Creative Marketing. And today I'm going to hopefully tell you some of the secrets of designing your promotional material. Ooh. Bit of background behind this. Why is it magical? What are the secrets? I deliver a lot of seminars to a wide range of businesses, and I've got something called marketing magic, which I believe any business can learn the secrets to. Don't have to pay a lot of money to understand it, just have to put the effort in to understand it yourself and apply the principles. So hopefully as we go through today, I'm going to show you some examples and relate some real advice of how you can improve your designing skills. Maybe not do it yourself, but at least know how to instruct somebody who's going to design promotional material for you. Does that sound okay? Now before we get down to the nitty-gritty about what I'm going to do today, I've been asked just quickly before I came in to do a bit of promotion. Everybody here heard of St Oswald's charity? Yeah? Do a lot of good work. Well, they've just given me this dartboard to sell or raffle today. Oh, sorry, no, I mean Newcastle United Football Club. You can tell I'm not from Newcastle, can't you? Newcastle United have kindly donated this signed photograph today of all the players, just come in this morning. If any of you are interested in putting in a blind bid, they're going to have an auction downstairs at their stand, St Oswald's. Go down and put in a bid in the auction, and you could be the lucky winner, or the lucky owner, of this photograph. Is that okay? Yep. Great cause, go down, have a look, and especially if you're not a Newcastle supporter, you might put it on eBay and sell it to somebody else. So there you go, that's that out of the way. So if you'd like to do that, go down and see St Oswald's, help raise some money for a good cause. So, back to the main task then. What I am going to do, the slides that I put up here, first of all, they're very brief, to the point, and I'm going to talk around them. Please make notes if you wish, but if you do want a copy of the slides, send me an email, pick up the details here at the end, drop me an email, I'll send you all the slides, so don't think you have to write everything down. Is that okay? So first off, I'd like to start by asking a question. How do you design your leaflets now in your business? How many of you design your leaflets yourself? Let's have a show of hands. Who designs their own leaflets? Quite a few there. At least a third of the room design their own leaflets. How many use a professional design company to design their own leaflets? Hands up if you use a design company. A few more people, not as many. Okay. Well, how about your leaflets? If I said to you, beware, everybody is a designer. Everybody thinks they can design successfully. Do your leaflets look something like this? Can you see at the back there, okay? This is a fictitious company, but in my job I see a lot of leaflets that look like this. And what you tend to notice is, people think that having capital letters at the top make things stand out, actually makes things harder to read. And you'll notice this is all black and white as well, because people think, oh, save money on colour, we'll just use black and white, it's cheaper, it'll get the message out. Looks a bit cheap though, doesn't it? And this day and age, you can get colour for just the same price as black and white. So think of it differently. The message that's in there, the copy, all centre aligned. Because all of those people that put their hand up before and said, yes, I design my own leaflet, how many of you sit at a PC using desktop software, desktop publishing software, and you get into the zone as it is, and you think you're designing some great stuff, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, you're back to this again. Where am I going wrong? How do I improve on it? It gets really frustrating. So how about if I said, if we just took that content there and just changed the layout a little bit, we could improve on that. This isn't our design work, by the way. We haven't designed this for a client. But that same information on the previous slide, just by changing the layout a little bit, some of the little secrets that you might want to be aware of. First of all, the headline. A lot of people think putting their company name at the top is the best thing to do, because that's who we are, and we're proud of it. Most customers aren't that bothered. They want to know what it is that's going to attract their attention to come and buy from you, whether it's a product or a service. So in this case, we've got a headline, stylish Italian suits, with a sub-headline, at sensible prices. Because now, I don't want just a cheap suit, I'm buying a reasonably priced suit, and it's going to be Italian. I'm selling the benefit there. I'm trying to get a motive with the customer who I'm trying to target. And we've also got white space here. The previous design, all cluttered, centre aligned, no thought in there. You couldn't really read any of the bullet points. Using bullet points helps make it stand out. And we've put the obligatory yuppie in there from the 1980s. Nice little suit with the mobile phone. Doesn't matter what image it is for this example. Using an image though that's relevant to your product or service is much better, because a picture speaks 1,000 words. Thanks, Keith. And the logo at the bottom, yes, it's not a good logo, but the previous one, there was no branding there. And the amount of companies I see who produce promotional material and the logo or the brand isn't on there, you're wasting an opportunity. Who do you think the customer group would be for this product, this advert here? Any ideas?
Teenagers.
Teenagers. Spot on. Because it's the McDonald's generation, what I like to call them. Although that is changing now. If you see McDonald's advertising at the moment, it's promoting a wider variety of different customer groups. But teenage market, being a bit funky, being a bit different. So what do we learn from this? The first thing you do before you put pen to paper with any design work, plan your marketing first. And that doesn't have to be really laborious, massive marketing plan, like a Bible so big that you don't ever go back and read it properly. It can look something like this, which I know you're going to struggle to see, but it's not important. What is important is what we do here. You put your company name in the middle, and these are just in the black circles, ideas of marketing, things that you might do. One of them being promotional material, going to leaflet design, sending out flyers, business cards, stationery, websites, lots of different activities you can do. Now if you send me an email, I'll send you this template for free to fill in for your business. One's completed, so you get some ideas of what you could use for your marketing. One's blank, so you've got a memory jogger for yourself to do for your business. But unless you've done that, the next bits I'm going to show you aren't going to work. Because what we need to get from this information is who you're targeting and what you're actually selling. What benefits are you selling? This will help you do that. I'm not going to bore you to death with strategy at the moment. Let's have a look at some real life designs that are out there. This is a flyer that I got from a client that came to see us. Very colourful, stands out with the colour, but do you think it works?
Looks like a coffee.
Looks like a coffee. Well, I thought it was a coffee machine when I first saw it. So yeah, first of all, multicolour, trying to make this stand out, doesn't really work, cheapens it a bit, but why is it there? Because you can do it in desktop publishing software and it looks good on the screen. When you print it, it's not so good. We've also got quite a bit of copy in here, or text, all centre aligned, and let me tell you that this leaflet was one of 5 leaflets. My job was to produce one leaflet with all that information in. Because who's going to read 5 leaflets for that business? I did think this was a coffee machine, but apparently it's the latest tanning equipment, or it was back then when we did this leaflet. But you can see that it's messy, you don't know where to look, there's so many special offers on there, trying to get your attention, that you lose the interest of the reader, so you don't know what to do next. So what we did was develop a double-sided A5 leaflet. This one's the front. In this case, I know what I said previously about putting your logo at the top, it was decided to put that there because the image kind of brings you in. Using somebody's eyes is a good kind of point to put in the top left-hand corner, makes you look, drags you into the rest of the page. Key bullet points on there about what the services are, and on the reverse, still got the coffee machine, or the green coffin if you want to call it that, on the back, but we split the packages up. You can't quite see, but we've got beauty specialists and tanning services down here. So using colour to break up. So a lot of content, make it a lot easier to read though. Yeah? Everyone agree it looks a bit better, that one. Splitting the text up, bit of colour, and thinking beforehand what you want to say. So the other tip that you must do before you develop any leaflet for your business is develop a brand for your company. And this is one company that I thought I'd bring along that we've just been working on recently, and I know it's very hard to see on here at the top. Callista Jewellery. Because a lot of you might be out there thinking, well, I don't need a leaflet for my business. I'm trading online. Fair comment. This business is an online retailer selling jewellery online. We developed a client an e-commerce website to sell a product, but one of the key things that we always talk to a client about is offline marketing. And in this case, designing a leaflet for the client, which I'm going to show you next. Because one aspect of the business, when we did the marketing planning, was we're going to hold some parties. We're going to get all the women round together and we're going to sell these parties. So we'll have a party at home. What will that achieve? We'll be able to tell people and show people what the products look like, and also encourage them then to pass people onto the website to buy the product. So another A5 leaflet, this time on the front. Nice and big image. That's another good thing. Don't think you've got to put lots of text, lots of copy. Get the image on there to stand out so it looks fun, entices people to read a bit more. Free gift. These are what we call power words. Free, buy now, advice, you can obtain, all these kind of power words to encourage people to go in and find out more about your service. And at the bottom, the brand's on there, so you know what the company is, who they are, what they do. Turn it over on the back, very clearly how it works. 3 simple paragraphs. If you want a party to host yourself, this is how you do it. This is how you can encourage people to come to you, make money, set your own business up, and use the website, Callista Jewellery, to sell the product. So we've got an image for attention, the reverse with more detail, and a key thing, call to action. A lot of leaflets that you look at don't actually tell people what you want them to do. Do you want them to ring? Go to your website? Be clear about it. Don't take it for granted, people know. And then this goes into other types of leaflets. What about invitations? So for these party plans, if we're going to send something out electronically, this is an electronic PDF, which can have the person's details in there, or it can be printed, so it's quite versatile. This goes to everybody who might be interested to come to a party. So the brand is consistent, follows through. Same style, same information, gets the message across. Thought I'd bring along an example of a trade company as well, a business-to-business company, because there might be people in the audience who trade business-to-business and think, oh, how does that work for me? Same things apply, but what I would recommend for those type of businesses mainly, develop a template for your branding material. This company here, Q Provision, provide quality solutions, ISO 9001. Top third of this came up with nice images that relate to the different sections of what he offers, using the black and green with his logo and branding so it all fits in. It's got a coordinated approach and listing the different services. So these are A4 that go together in a folder if you wish, or you download it on a website, or you can email it to people as a PDF. So quite versatile how he does it. But the key message is, get the attention with what he's offering, and bullet points spread out there with the key call to action at the bottom. Nice and easy to see with the telephone numbers, keeping the style right. This will save you money, because if you have this template produced, what's going to happen if you want a new leaflet? Don't have to redesign one. Use the same template, change the details, change the heading and the image. Dead simple, doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg later on in the business, but still looks professional. So some of these principles then can be rounded off into something called ADA, which you might have heard of. Anybody have heard of ADA before? Good, a few people have come across it. If you haven't, oh, go back. Too quick. It stands for attention, interest, desire, action. Now this is a very simple formula that works if you're selling face-to-face, if you're selling using a leaflet, whatever you're doing to sell your business, think about this process. And I've put this leaflet on just to show you that in action. The attention bit comes on the front with a headline at the top, dissolve your HR headaches, with a nice image that relates to that. So it gets the attention of the reader, you know straight away what they're selling, HR services. The branding's at the bottom, so you get a bit of brand awareness at the same time. Then if you're really intrigued and interested, you flip it over, and the interest and the desire comes from the bullet points in these colour squares. Now the branding for this came about by thinking, well, what does the company do? Solves your HR problems. So put it together in a jigsaw, using the primary colours to make it stand out. And the feedback to date has been really fantastic for this company. Because what they do when they go to exhibitions, put some of the leaflets face down, and the colour just jumps out off the page. Can't see it as well on there, but it really stands out. It's on the back of the business cards as well, so it continues through the branding. So remember ADA, have a look through your leaflets. Do I go through that order? If not, you need to change it. Have a think how you can update your leaflets. Now just to help you with this as well, I thought I'd come along and do a quick little test. Don't worry, it's not a test, it's not going to hurt. Who thinks they can sell a pencil? I need 3 volunteers. Nobody ever volunteers, so I just walk out in the audience and pick somebody. Would you mind taking one? Thank you. Who are this side can sell a pencil? Would you like to have a go? Go on, excellent. Thank you. And then I'll come over which side now. Over at the back over here. Middle maybe. We'll have to go with this. Thank you. 3 great volunteers. So, number 1. What's your name, please?
Catherine.
Catherine. If you can just try and sell that pencil to me, please. Very simple.
It's a nice bright colour, it does the job, it's got nice sharp points, so you'll be able to write with it, which is what you want to do, or draw with it.
Sharp point, write and draw with it, so I can do what I want to do, yeah?
Got rubber on the end.
Rubber on the end in case I make a mistake.
It's very nice. Nice colour, it's got a nice brand on it.
Oh, branding as well, so I can pay more for that, can I?
Yes, I know.
Okay,
Possibly.
possibly. Thank you, Catherine. Who's next? At the back there. What's your name?
Janice Palmer.
Janice. Hi, Janice.
Here I have a solution to your problem. When you want to write name and address of contact and you're reaching into your pocket and you don't have anything at hand, what about a pencil that fits nicely into the pocket? And write it down as soon as you hear the contact details. Got a rubber at the end if you need to change information. Again, slips back into the pocket quite simply and easily, very light and not cumbersome. Won't leak.
Excellent. That'll do for me. Thank you very much, Janice.
Recycling.
Recycling, that's a good one. Environmentally friendly.
Environmentally friendly.
Last but not least, gentleman over to my right here. What's your name, please?
Steve Burton.
Steve. Hi, Steve.
Can I ask how many people in the room use a pencil? Yeah, I thought so. Quite a lot of people. How many people stick it behind their ears? How many people chew the end of it? Yeah. The good thing about this pencil is, apart from the fact that it writes and it's easily sharpened, it comes in different flavours at the end.
There's a benefit that everybody wants.
And when you put it behind your ear, you can get it with a nice little grip so it doesn't roll off.
Fantastic. Round of applause for those 3 volunteers. I do need them back because, did I say at the beginning, I work in Sunderland, so we're pretty tight, you know, so we take them back with us all the time. Cheers, thanks for that. Thanks, Catherine. Okay then, simple product. Why is he asking us to sell a pencil? Because if we can sell a pencil, we can sell your business. That easy then, because your business is a lot more complex. Now, what I did like, as we went round, obviously Steve had the advantage of seeing the competitors and seeing what kind of reaction you were getting to the information that was being sent out there. But what Steve did really well was ask people first, how many of you use a pencil? Yeah? Try to find out why people use it. That's the key thing to any product or service that you're selling. But one thing that we missed out on here, well, the key thing, there was no price mentioned at all there. How much would he sell it for? Colours were brought up. The rubbers on some of these at the end, all great features, but are they benefits that I'm going to buy? The branding opportunity might have been one. Try to kind of persuade you a little bit that I could pay a bit for that to get the branding on the pencil. That would have been a key benefit for me as a promotional company to get my branding on there. But one thing that we all missed, what makes your product really different? What is the core benefit? These 2 are promotional pencils. They're round. This one is a standard artist pencil, which is honeycomb in shape. The key benefit with that is, when you hold it, it doesn't hurt your hand so much, and it doesn't roll off the table as easy as these round ones. So had I been asked, what are you going to use the pencil for? Oh, I'm an artist and I want it for my easel that doesn't roll off the table and is easy to hold. This is the product I'm going to buy all the time. Even though it looks inferior to these 2, because it's not as bright, it's been chewed at the end. Might be tasty, I don't know, I've never tried it myself.
I've never tried it myself.
No, I'll leave that one. But you can see how we miss a key benefit, even with a pencil. So the key message there is, ask your customers why they buy from you. What is the key benefit they're looking for from yourself? Because until you know what those benefits are, you can't design an effective leaflet, because you're selling the wrong thing to the wrong people. Can't emphasize that enough. So keep thinking, can I sell a pencil? Can you really sell your business? That's what we want to ask. So when we know what these benefits are, what additional things could people be looking for? Now this is a recent client we've been working on, Sun Spirit. Very popular at the moment, renewable energy innovations, photovoltaic panels on your roof to put into your electricity bill and give you free electricity for a certain amount of time. One thing this company's got is accreditations, and they're all on the stationery at the bottom. If you've got accreditations in your business that make you stand out, ask yourself, do you use them on everything? Not just your stationery, on your leaflets, on your websites. They can set you apart from the competition. So taking that into this company's leaflet, which we've got examples down here if anybody wants to have a look at the end. A5 leaflet, got the accreditations on the front there in front of everybody so they can see them straight away. Nice big image with the renewable energy cashback scheme on there. Get you to open up, and it's very text heavy this, but done in what I think is quite a nice way. It's broken up. Got the image behind it, text boxes on there, so if somebody really wants to find out how this can benefit their house or their business, they can read it in a lot more detail and then turn it over, and at the back we've got all the contact details. But what you'll notice throughout the leaflet, we've got the branding in there. We followed through the message from the front, the renewable energy cashback scheme, so it's reinforcing the message. Don't think people will remember what was on the front of your brochure. And it's got the contact details on the inside. A lot of people think, oh, I'm not putting the contact details on the inside, that takes up space. People will read it on the back. Make it easy for people to find out how to get in touch. You can never have done too much. Make it clear for people to find you. Taking it a step further, the same company, when they go through to sell these products and services that they deliver, a voucher came up as a good idea in the marketing planning stage. Nice 30-day voucher, £300 cash back for any referral they get from somebody. So again, designing this, headline at the top, £300, that gets anybody's attention, doesn't it really? Oh, I want to know a bit about that, how do I get that? Referral voucher, tells you a little bit in here, and turn it over on the back, and it's got the T's and C's there, because there's always terms and conditions. Make sure you cover the legalities of what you're selling as well. But the brand's reinforced, it all stands out nice and clear, and it helps sell other people your services. Another client we're working on at the moment, a new brand for kids' shoes, Pippo, just recently been launched. Client came to us and he's been away, he's a product designer, he's made some kids' shoes, just recently been down to Moda, which was this weekend, through to Tuesday, so I'm going to see him later this week. Actually got a meeting tomorrow to see how it went. But we developed this kids brand, so again, what I said at the beginning, make sure you've got a good brand that you can use on your promotion material. Once you've got that, what material could you use to kind of showcase your products? Now the brief for this client was he wanted a nice brochure to stand out to give out at the exhibition. However, the budget wasn't massive. So what we came up with, this is the one on the screen, A6 version, but it's a 3-folded leaflet. So nice image on the front to get the attention. Got the brand there in the top corner, enough to entice you. This is our little catalogue. You open it up and you've got a spread of all the shoes. An image says 1,000 words, the shoes say what they are, show people what they are, with a bit of a description on there. And if you want to find out about the company, there's a nice bit on the back which tells you a lot about the company, and go to the website for more information, which is just recently launched as well. So it's trying to feed people in to the website to show people the kind of full range of what he's got. But he's identified the purpose of this leaflet is to go to exhibitions and showcase his first kind of set of shoes that he's got manufactured. Yeah? Now very quickly, because I know the time, we're running out, and I'm going to go over, I always do, the client journey. We always take our clients on a journey. It starts with a free marketing review where we sit down over a cup of tea, coffee if you prefer, and just decide how we're going to help you with your marketing. Now one client that we've recently helped is the tea caddy product. Don't know if anybody's seen this at all. Anybody come across it? You will have after today obviously, and you can say yes next time anybody asks that question. How this came about, the guy is a golfer, came up with the idea that when you've got the golf products, the balls, the tees, etc., you always lose them. You can't find them all the time. I don't know this because I don't play golf. So he wanted to design this product which hooks onto your belt and holds everything that you need. The pencil at the top on a retractable bit of string, got the tees in here, and the pitchfork as well. So we started with a bit of research. Where do you want to go? Who are your customers? Now initially Ian, who developed this, the key customers, golfers obviously, golf pros, at every golf club in the UK who might then resell it. But then we threw this one in, promotional gifts. And that is where the business is now headed. You can now get your branding, if you wanted to, on the side of his product. And there's actually companies out there that just sell golf promotional gifts. It is a massive market. So things like legal services, legal companies, large corporations will buy these to give to their customers on golfing day out. It's a market that we never really understood to begin with. Through a bit of research, a bit of patience, looked into it and developed it, and now that's one of the main markets for the product. But what he needed to get out there was a nice logo, professionally designed of course, to kind of say what he does. There's two different designs that we've produced for him. He actually went for the one on the right, because it's got the website in there, the Tea Caddy Golfer, so within the logo, the website's there at the same time. Nice branded stationery, so we're building up the company image, reputation. Through to the methods of how he's going to go there. Direct mail, leaflets, PR, personal selling, website. All these things have to come together, not one thing alone. Social media is working really well for him. Facebook, Twitter, etc. Lots of people are kind of using that. But it all starts with getting some nice promotion material, because you've got to have something to reinforce when you're selling. So he's prepared to change his direction on his journey. At first he was going down this route, but then this golf show came along. Through the research, there's a massive golf show every year. He's been to 2 now, and that's where he gets a lot of his orders. People going along there and just seeing what he does and buying things in bulk. So to help him at the golf show, these design principles that we mentioned very briefly, how to design banner stands. If you've got a banner stand, have a look at the ones that we've got around here today. You're now experts in this. What you want is a nice clear banner stand with not much on it. This one's just got the image on there with the logo at the top. This one stands next to it, got a lot more detail if you're interested in reading it. But my tip with banner stands, when you go around, you tend to only see that much. This bit, people tend not to see because it's behind the table. If you go to exhibitions that I go to, I always get stuck behind the table. So trying to get in front of the table all the time so people read it. So the top 2/3, that's where you want to sell your message. Through the posters, the attention, interest, desire, action, image share of the product in use so you can understand how it's going to be used. Nice products down the side, product shots to show the different features and benefits that the user can have from the product. And then just a general photo, a close-up of the product itself. Even through the 3-fold leaflets, nice leaflets explaining what the product is, postcards with offers on, and then just a general photo, a close-up of the product itself. Even through the 3-fold leaflets, nice leaflets explaining what the product is, postcards with offers on. We call these hooks to get people interested. £10 today if you buy it today. So it's a nice little special offer one that costs very little to produce. A6 postcards, look professional, be given away and try and encourage interest. The one with more detail in, this opens up, is a 3-fold leaflet. So it's a DL, a 30A4, which opens up. This is the front panel here, so again, nice attractive on the front with the image on. The reverse, important to have on the back, your contact details nice and clear. And in this case, little kind of statement about what the product's all about. Because when you pick these things up, you tend to do this. Oh yeah, what's this? Oh, who are they? That's what people do with these leaflets. Pick them up and look at the back. Use that as a key bit of selling space to promote what you're doing. I'm going to have to kind of go very quick here, so I'm going to flick through these. Did it work? Yes, it did. 82 was sold at the first exhibition that he went to. He got a contract with a golf agent in Italy, a holiday company contract to take golfers abroad on holidays who want to put their branding on there. And he won Best New Business Product in 2010 and Rural Entrepreneur of the Year award. So that was last year. This year, hopefully, it's going to get a lot better because he's starting to build up on the promotion activity that he's doing. And to finish it all off, he gave us a fantastic testimony, so I didn't just make it up. There's Ian on there with a testimony for the work we've done. But the key point here for you guys, do you have customers that you can get testimonies from, include it on a leaflet, and more importantly, put it on your website as well? Because people buy from people, and I always believe if I can get confidence in somebody from a third party telling me, I've got more kind of comfort going to that business for the first time. So try and use testimonies in your promotion material. Just to round up then, the secrets that we've kind of looked at today very quickly. First of all, decide on the leaflet objective at the very beginning. Who is it you're selling to? What benefit is it that you offer? Remember, can I sell a pencil? Can you sell your business, more importantly? Develop some rough ideas using a pen and paper. Don't get stuck onto the computer and think, oh, 2 hours later I'm not getting anywhere. Very simple tip. We call it developing some rough ideas, or roughs if you really want to be really specific. Get a sheet of A4, split it into 4 sections, and come up with 4 ideas. Just sketch them down of what your leaflet might look like. 4 different headlines, 4 different bullet points that you might put in each one. And then on the back, write down your customer groups, who it is you're targeting. So all on that one sheet of paper, you've got something. You can come along to people like ourselves and say, this is what I've come up with so far. Any ideas? How can you help? Get you started. Use an attention-grabbing headline to get your attention. Avoid long sentences. Bullet points are good. And use the power words. Avoid this hassle. Free, bargain, discover. All these kind of power words, make sure they're in the copy of your leaflet. Avoid clutter, because white space is good. And don't forget the call to action. Make people aware of how they get in touch with you. That said, finally, it would be up to me just to tell you how to get in touch with me if you want to find out how we can help your business. We've got a range of what we call select packages for any business of any size, pay-as-you-go services. We do full branding, marketing, from website, design and print, marketing, mentoring, but we also have pay-as-you-go services. Feel free to pick a leaflet up from over here. That's what they look like. Tells you on the front what we do, and on the back outlines the packages. Hopefully follow those good design principles. And if you're really interested, you can see us today. We're downstairs in the foyer or the cocktail bar, right beside the bar. I haven't got a free bar, mind, but it looks good because all the beer's behind it. It's tempting, I tell you. But if you want to come down and have a chat, come and see us down there. We offer a free marketing review for any business where we'll sit down, have a chat with you and see if we can help. Thank you for your time today. It's been great fun for me. Hope it's been as good for you. Has anybody got any questions, first of all, before we wrap up? No, that's good. We can move on nicely then. Thanks for your time. Enjoy the day and feel free to get in touch if you need any advice. Thanks very much.